From our CBS 42 State Capitol Bureau tonight, Governor Ivey has removed Kent Davis from his post as Commissioner of Veterans Affairs. As CBS 42 State Capitol reporter Ryan Hall explains, the governor fired him after she called for a special meeting of the State Board of Veterans Affairs this afternoon.
Governor Ivey's office hand-delivered a letter to Commissioner Kent Davis, removing him from his post at the Department of Veterans Affairs. Members of the State Board of Veterans Affairs voted not to remove him at a specially called meeting this afternoon, but that didn't stop Governor Ivey from using her supreme executive powers.
I mean, it all changed on September 5th and then over the subsequent weeks, and I feel like I've been, frankly, run over by a Mack truck with all of this sometimes.
In an extensive meeting, the Board of Veterans Affairs questioned Davis and considered his removal. Governor Ivey was not there, but a designee from her office spoke on her behalf.
At a minimum, Commissioner Davis has lost the general trust and confidence of the governor, the vice chair, and the leaders in our legislature. That fact is undisputable, and it alone justifies removal.
Members discussed his removal and how he's worked with other state agencies.
I don't think the governor would have brought these charges out if she didn't think they were really serious. May not be all of them, and they're true. But y'all have to decide if y'all have enough facts to make that happen.
The motion failed.
Members decided to keep Davis in his role with a vote of 2-3, with 2 members abstaining. But Governor Ivey's office delivered a letter to Davis right after, removing him by way of her executive powers. She stated in part, quote, "After what I would deem as a total failure of leadership at the department and a lack of cooperation, I had to use the mantle of the governor's office to make the change." Before receiving the letter, Davis had this to say after the board members' vote.
When I said on October 10th, it is part of every fiber in my body, I mean that, taking care of veterans. And it hurt deeply to be accused of things, and not only the personal impact, but all of the collateral damage that was potential from that.
Lawyers representing Davis were not immediately available. Retired Brigadier General Jeffrey Newton will now step in as interim commissioner. In Montgomery, Ryan Hall, CBS 42 News.